No! No! Fuck, I got too cocky. Fuck. Leave me alone. Fuck you. Fuck this. I'm leaving. I'm gonna... Oh, man. No! Fuck! Oh my god! I probably should have made this a long time ago, but it's finally time for me to review Hollow Knight. A friend recommended me this game a while back, and I never really thought about actually playing it. But then, you know, one day I decided, you know what, let's just actually just try this game. And I have to say, I was pleasantly and also I felt betrayed at the same time. But I'll get back to that later. But Hollow Knight is an indie game. But I have to warn you, this game was actually pretty challenging because it reminded me a lot of Dark Souls, which was the part that I was not pleasantly surprised to find about the game. But I have to say, I did enjoy the journey the whole way through though. So in Hollow Knight, we play as like this little creature thing, whatever, and you're in this abandoned city, and it's up to you to figure out the mysteries behind the city and figure out why this disease is trying to take over. But to me, that's probably one of the things about Hollow Knight that makes it interesting, because it's like the Soulsborne games. Like, the story doesn't really matter. You're there for the gameplay and the experience. But I do have to say, it was pretty interesting to have like this mystery of this whole town, trying to figure out what the heck happened to this supposedly lively town. But I do have to say that the game is definitely beautiful. I love the art style. It was very vibrant in some aspects and very dark in other aspects, especially since the map is very big. There's a lot of places for you to explore and navigate, and it was a lot of fun exploring everything. But I do have to warn you that exploration is rewarded, but it is also punished, because just like in Souls games, if you die, you lose your progress until you've saved into the next bonfire. But in this case, they're benches. But I do definitely say exploration is definitely worth it, because there's a whole charm system where you can use different charms that give you different buffs, like your nail reaching longer distances, or you have like a shield where you can heal faster, or you gain soul faster, things like that. I do have to say that this adds a lot of replayability to the game, because you can just do different builds, try different strats to see how the game plays differently if you try different builds. For me personally, I use the more offensive build where you're able to heal faster, your nail reaches longer distances, or I did more all around, where I have different skills for different aspects like defense and offense in order to have a more balanced experience, because as I mentioned before, this game is pretty challenging. And I have to say, I definitely take that into account if you're trying to play this game, because even though the art style may be deceiving, it is pretty challenging. And I do love the character design of the bosses. Every single boss felt unique. Their movesets felt unique. None of it really felt repetitive. Everything really did feel unique in its own way. And I do have to say that in terms of the gameplay, it was very smooth. I liked how responsive it is. You can really use movement to your advantage, and the only thing that I really didn't like was, since you can go around, you can learn new moves and stuff like that, but the new moves, they're kind of useless, because most of the time you don't have enough time to charge an attack, maybe just a smash attack. But other than that, the other moves are kind of useless, because most of the time you're just worrying about not getting hit compared to just holding like the charge button and maybe doing a special attack. They're more useful for like just common enemies, but for boss fights they really are useless, and you really do feel the disadvantage of trying to use other attacks instead of just getting your pokes in, your hits in as much as you can. And another thing about this game that I really did enjoy was the atmosphere. The atmosphere was great. Other spots really did feel creepy, especially the spider part of the map, and other aspects like the garden map. It really did feel nice. I like the ambience. I love the music. The music was great. Every single spot in the map has different music, and they really do nail it on the atmosphere for each of the different maps and the music that is attached to them. But overall, I do have to say that Hollow Knight was a great experience overall, and I really did enjoy. Even though at times I really did feel as if I was being tossed around like in these Souls type games. I know this isn't a Soulsborne game, but it really did feel like you were just being tossed around at certain points until you get enough upgrades for you to be able to handle yourself more and more. But me personally, I don't like these types of games where there's so much for you to endure, but in the end, I kind of understand why people play these types of games, because when you overcome that certain challenge, it really does feel rewarding in the end. I got him! That's right, fuck you, suck my dick! Suck my balls. Yeah, I did it. And beat Persona 5 Nathan, this counts. But now it's time for me to do the final verdict for Hollow Knight. This one's a bit of a short one because there's not really much to this game I really should talk about. It's plain and simple. You're just there for the gameplay, and I do think that they nailed it in the gameplay, and I hope that if they make Silk Song or whenever that comes out, because I know that's been in development for years now, so hopefully they come out with that one. But my final verdict for Hollow Knight is a 9 out of 10. I probably would have gave it a 10 if they improved the combat a little bit more, and especially make the moves a little bit more accessible, because a lot of the time it's more of a hindrance than an advantage for boss fights. And overall, it was an overall great game. It was a great experience overall. I do recommend you trying this game out for yourself. If you want to play this game, I definitely recommend getting the Game Pass, because it comes with the DLC with the Phantom Troop. And they are on other platforms like the Switch and the PlayStation, but if you want to get the whole experience, get it through the Game Pass. It's only like $10 a month and you get the whole package of the game. But thank you guys for listening. I know it's been a while since I've made one of these, but since I have time now, I will try to crank these out as much as I can. Right now I'm playing Yakuza 7 and Horizon Forbidden West, so maybe I'll come out with those as soon as I'm done with those. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.